So how do you optimize your time to study for the exam? That's a great question. Well, you only have a finite amount of time. You can't change that. So take out a calendar. Look at when the exam is going to be given and begin to work backwards to now. You want to finish your initial study at least a month, ideally 6 weeks before the exam, so there's plenty of time for review. So take the period of time you've got, divide the curriculum up into smaller pieces, work on each one at a time, and be finished with that initial study at least 6 weeks before the exam. That way you'll have time for final review and be ready.
What I found was a very useful tool is the exam planner. So basically what I did was I wanted to start as early as possible. So I put together in the exam plan, okay, what are my goals each and every week? And then after I got through a certain number of study sessions, usually after the second or third study session, before I took a step forward, I would take a step back and do a cumulative review. But the study planner constantly reminded me that I need to be at a certain point in my studies by January, by March, by April. So it really keeps you accountable. I don't think there's any way to properly prepare unless you utilize that exam planner.
How do you optimize your time during the exam? Well, the first thing to do is recognize you're not going to know the answer to every question, so you can relax. You're going to skip some questions. You're going to have extra time to work on the ones you know how to do. Now, if you've done the right kind of preparation, the ones you don't know anything about, that's 10% or less. They don't really matter. So a key thing is you do need to answer the questions you know how to answer, skip the ones where you're clueless, and then if you have some extra time at the end, you can come back and work on those.
What are some of the ways students can optimize their study time? Well, one of the things that I did while studying for the different levels of the CFA, the CPA, as well as the bar exam, I find the more senses you engage when you study, the more likely it is you're going to remember those concepts. So reading flashcards is nice, but putting the pen to the paper, there's just something about writing important notes, important formulas, that by taking the time to write it, you're more likely it is you're going to remember it.
And remember, nobody has unlimited time. You don't need to be perfect. The CFA Institute says no one can earn a perfect score, so relax. Learn the bulk of the material, give yourself plenty of time for practice, and you'll be ready exam day.